What's up, everyone? Welcome to episode 9 of Grand Line Grinders. Today, we're going to go through a little bit of the meta, and then we're going to go into quite a good depth of OP12, the upcoming set. My name is It's Not Steven. We've got Dead Halfbreed and Kebby G. How are you doing today, Dead Halfbreed?
I'm doing good. We're still in a little bit of a holding period, but I'm definitely still in the Christmas is almost here, It's like I almost get to unwrap my presents of all these cool decks that will hopefully be playable after the ban list. But I'm holding on. I'm trying to wait, and it's hard to not peek at all the presents in the closet or whatever. But how you doing this week, Kevy?
I'm doing great. So, like he said, we're going to cover the meta, and then we're going to get right into the top 10. We have 3 honorable mentions that I think would make the cut because they had over 3 points together. So, we'll get into all that, and let's jump straight in. 10, sorry. Number 10, we're going to get in and hand it over to Steven because this was in his upper top 10. It got 7 points.
Yeah, I just think this card is nuts. Obviously, it's literally Rorinora Zoro leader locked, but I think it just offers the deck so much. Like, if you're playing this on 5 or 6 Dawn, I feel like you're probably winning the game. Like, that's how oppressive this reads, and when you see gameplay, it's how it feels. The fact that it's 7k means like its swing is extremely relevant. Resting a 6 cost or less is crazy good, but then it gives 3 Dawn to your leader to make your leader effect active. So it's like, it's kind of got a pseudo rush effect in the fact that it can make your leader swing twice because you rest something, you swing into it as the leader effect, you swing into something else, whether it's life within the character, whatever it is. It just does so much. Then on top of that, it's also a slash character, so it's searchable with, your 8 searches that you're going to put in the deck. I just think it's everything that the deck wants, and it's crazy powerful. It's just crazy powerful.
Oh. I mean, this also was like, it would have been on my top 10 list. I think I had like the Mr. Prince at 9th or 10th place. And like one of the main reasons why I had Mr. Prince over this was because at least the Mr. Prince Sanji is like playable in other decks in theory. Even though, you're not going to play that many events in other decks. But like Kebby was saying, you could try it in Blurple Crocodile and other lists and stuff like that. And this is very specifically Zoro leader locked. But it is a defining Zoro card, right? It is like one of the things that makes Zoro a tier 1 leader. Just because of like how much damage and pressure this card puts. There's so many numbers on it that are just really impressive, right? Like 5/7. Vanilla stat line, very aggressive attacker, rests 6 or less, and its original cost of 6 or less, base cost 6 or less. That means no cost increase, no cost reduction. Also gives 3 rested Dawn. So on the 5 Dawn turn, you're also attacking face for 8k. So like this is like a curve demon. When you play this thing on curve, it is so much damage, so much pressure. It usually kills a character too. So it's definitely a very swingy card. It's less good late than it is good early, obviously. Yeah. But yeah, I definitely think that like Zoro is a tier 1 deck for sure. If they ban Blue Purple Luffy, it'll be in contender for top 3 decks of the format for sure. But if you ban Tashigi, I would instantly say the deck drops down a tier. Just straight up, deck goes from tier 1 to tier 2 if it loses this one card.
Yeah, I feel like the most optimal thing you're going to do with this thing is literally tap down either Beer Luffy, Sanji and Pudding. Those are like the most notable ones that you're leading. Those are the ones you have to answer immediately. So tapping them down, having Zoro hit it, and then untapping is absolutely important, I would assume.
Yeah.
Just based
if this targets anything that isn't a searcher, you're so far ahead.
Yeah, any 4-drop that they've played,
yup,
it's dead, and I'm swinging 8k at your life. Like, it's just, I just think it's crazy strong. To be fair, it's just the unplay it's lead a lot. It's just the rest the Dawn that's lead a lot. I could maybe see us get a little bit of random play in some of the decks, but it's basically exclusive to Zoro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you could only have the tap effect, right?
Yeah, but like unplay wrestling at base cost of 6 is pretty decent on a vanilla stat line.
Yeah, especially if
Playable off 8-drop Resonante. I could see someone cooking up something with it.
Mm-hmm.
Smoker, technically, 7k, so could get paid in Smoker, you never know. You never know. But I think the card, it just, like the Half-Breed said, it just elevates the deck from a tier 2 to a tier 1. Like, that's how powerful it is. That's why it made my top 10.
So number 9th on our list also got 7 points, but this one showed up in 2 people's list, which is the only reason why I put it over Tashigi. Is Luffy. So this showed up in 2 people's list. Wasn't as high as Tashigi as, of course, in Steven's list, but it did show up in the Half-Breed and Steven's list. What do you guys got to say about this?
Yeah, this card has so much text. It does so much stuff. It just does an insane amount of stuff. It's really crazy how much stuff it does. So like this is one of the cards where like learning what it does on the battlefield is so much better than learning what it does when you read it. So if you have 2 attached Dawn, so Dawn attached to your leader of characters, it gets +2 power. So it can be a 4/6 vanilla stat line. And then on play, you have to reveal 2 events from your hand. But if you do, you can play a red character with 3,000 power less from your hand. And then you also give a rested Dawn to your leader or character. So it lets you poke for 6k with leader or swing with a small searcher if you also use Rayleigh leader effect. So the busted thing that you can do with it is play the Punk Hazard Sanji, the Sanji and Nami's body. That's like the play that gets really, really busted, where you basically have 2 6k attackers, one of which draws you a card, and you got a 6k swing the turn you played it. It kind of is niche to Rayleigh because of the 2 event reveals, but it could see play somewhere else in the future as well if you find other good characters to combo out with it. But it's so much pressure on the table if you play this on curve. So much. It's like a gym base sometimes.
Yeah, the high roll potential of this card is very, very, very strong. So I think it just about made my list, I think. Because of that, and it's, you know what it is? It's still a generically like decent-ish card. You know, it's essentially has vanilla stat line. Like, unless you're gonna play like a 6-tone card, but obviously in Rayleigh you literally can't. Like in Rayleigh, this card goes super hard. We'll have to see if it ever makes any other deck. Maybe it's like a white beard that wants to play a bunch of events. Maybe it's a Zoro that might want to play a bunch of events. I could see a world where that happens. Especially if, you know, something random like that Animal Chopper got banned. This could make a new Zoro list. But we'll wait and see. But at the moment, it's just a premier Rayleigh card.
Yeah, so I mean, the real question is like, so would Rayleigh still be a good deck if this card didn't exist?
Probably not. No.
Yeah, so that's that's the key thing I think people need to know why it's so good. So 8th place with 9 points is Perona. On play, if your leader has Slash, you look top 5, reveal a Slash, put it in your hand, or a green event, and then put them in the bottom. What do you guys got to say about this?
I mean, this card fundamentally changes green decks forever.
Yeah.
Every leader is now looking at the top right corner to see if they can play this card or not.
It is that strong. Like, there's so many Slash characters in the game as well. The first part is not limited to green Slash attribute characters either. So the multicolored green leaders, Smoker, that is also Slash can search red Slash characters if they want. And Law. The green event as well is like bringing back a bunch of cards that would, you know, have not been played in decks for basically ever. A lot of them, like Paradise Waterfall. Obviously, again, goes ridiculously hard in Zoro because you got the I'm Invincible version for Zoro. You got a billion Slash characters that you want to grab from it. One done 2K as well. It's not to be underrated. It's like this can get random chip damage in sometimes.
Mhm.
It can trade well into other searches. The fact that it's got that stat line is not like the major positives of it, but it's like it's another thing. It's top 5 as well. It's not one of those top 3, top 4 searches. It's a crazy powerful searcher. Like really, really is, especially compared to ones that we've seen recently. Yeah, it's so good. It's so strong.
Do you have any thoughts on it, Kebby?
I mean, the only thing I could think of, yeah, I mean, definitely, I could see any world where if you think the best card in the meta is Zoro, 9-drop Zoro, then this card immediately, I guess, would be flagged on your radar because this does get you Zoro. So like then you need to see if you could construct your deck if it's Bonnie or if it's not really Carrot because Carrot doesn't make sense for this, but any other kind of green leader, you're just like, okay, I really need Zoro because the meta calls for Zoro. Then like I immediately, yeah, I could see where you would look at Perona, look at Slash stuff.
It is lead locked to Slash, so it would be like you'd have to play the Nami over this in those kind of decks. But
Yeah.
the leaders that are Slash, like this just goes crazy hard.
You are true, so true.
Yeah.
How many Slash leaders is there in green?
A lot of them. I mean, the big one's Zoro, but it's also Smoker, Red Green Law, Zoro Sanji counts as well. Yellow Green Law. Those are the main ones I can think of right now, but I know there's some other ones I'm missing.
Like it's either Kinemon or Odin. Might be.
Yep, both of those as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, Red Green
more than you
Odin, Kinemon, Green Odin, yeah.
There's definitely more than you think.
Yeah,
Perona is special, right? The leader?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
And it makes sense. I feel like a lot of the time, a lot of the ones that are swordsmans are usually in green. I don't know if that's a flavor thing or
most of Wano is in green, and Wano is all about samurai and stuff like that. So there's a lot of Slash characters there.
You guys have anything else to say about the Perona?
No, just pick yours up. If you want to play green, buy Perona. Like you just have to. It's just a permanent staple now,
Yeah, it's gonna be one of those cards that if like Cody Jones, where it's probably gonna be relatively cheap starting out, it's gonna keep creeping up because it's an SR.
Yeah,
so
yeah. And like, so many decks want it.
Yeah, this is not a rare like other secret the other searchers.
Yeah.
They're usually just rare. This is secret rare.
A lot of searchers are like 25 cents, but this could be a $5 searcher.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Again, especially depending on the ban list, like
for sure,
just make green better and better. So crazy good.
So
Cody Jones is a Slash leader too. Let's not forget about that one. No,
let's forget about that
one.
So 7th place is Nico Robin with 10 points.
Yeah.
What do you guys have to say about Nico Robin?
I love this card, dude. I am madly in love with this card. I've been testing Koala and Black Purple Luffy, and this card is so villainous sometimes. Like, man, it is so gross. I think some of the grossest things I've done with this are obviously like the turns that are really disgusting are like Nico Robin, make them pitch 2, untap, 8-cost dragon, play Nico Robin back out again, make them pitch 2 more. The games where you resolve 2 of this is crazy. So I guess I'll just read it again as well. If your leader is Koala or Monkey D. Luffy, this character gains blocker and +3 cost. It's a 9-cost, 7,000 power blocker in play. If it's leader locked, which is a little awkward. Mm-hmm. But like that stat line is so good. It's so hard to kill, blocks all the time. And then on play, you can trash 1 card from your hand. If you do, and your opponent has 5 or more cards in hand, they trash 2. And so if you play this on 6, this is always trashing 2. There's just no such thing as you getting to 6th on and your opponent has 4 cards in hand. Like if they do, they're already losing because they probably like countered out of your 7K swing on your 4-Dawn turn or something like that, right? Like just a play that doesn't make much sense at all other to dodge this card. And it just like messes with your opponent's future plans so much. And the 2 cards provide so much value, but I could gush over this card for forever. I love this card, but the 2 leaders it's good in are 2 of my favorite leaders, Black Purple Luffy and Koala. So what about you, Steven?
Yeah, much the same. More think about it for Oil Luffy than Koala, but the card just reads extremely powerful, and being a 6-don 7k blocker. I mean, I know it's 9-don in play. That's like 7k blockers are always very, very powerful in One Piece. The fact that the on play is 5 or less is crazy because I don't know how much we played of the meta where like airdrop Isho was in a bunch of different black decks. Having to ditch 2 cards when they're on 6 or more cards was always rough. The fact this is 5 is crazy. They go down to 3 cards sometimes. Like, what the heck? Like this, it's so good. I think it's exactly what Oil Luffy needed, was like another powerful 6-drop to go alongside the Beer Luffy. So I'm right up there. I think this is a very, very hype card. It's a really annoying card as well. Like it's so hard to get rid of. In Oil Luffy, it'll be a 10-drop on the field as well. Like what? So strong, so strong.
The only thing I'm sad about with this card is, for one, you really can't play it in Sabo. 2,
Oh, yes.
2, they took a shot at having a Brook leader before there's even a Brook leader. Like, why is this not just Straw Hats? I mean, come on, man. We all know if they make a Brook, it's going to be in black.
Yeah.
Why'd you gotta take that shot at Brook like that before he's even here? That's just my thing. I wish this was just Revolutionary Army and Straw Hat.
Straw Hat. Yeah,
but
that's fair.
Yeah, I mean, because like I said, it would be. I don't know if Sapa would play this or not. If it did, wasn't Revolutionary Army.
Definitely.
Yeah. So.
Also should be good with the Star deck Luffy.
Yeah. Yep.
Mono black Star deck Luffy.
Not the first Black Luffy.
No.
Yeah.
No, the first Star deck Black Luffy.
It'll take more than this to make that leader playable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great card.
But true. People forget about the Black Luffy.
All right. What do we got at number 6 now?
Yes. So moving on to 6, and underneath it.
The Pink Man. Yeah, there he is, next to Law. Boom.
So Dofi is number 6. And I think it's rated up higher, 14 points. I think I rated him the highest. If I'm not mistaken. Okay. I believe I rated him 3rd? No.
Nice.
I don't know. I don't remember. I know I rated him 4th.
Yeah.
So I thought this would be the card, if anything, other than Kuma, which of course was not unanimous.
Or it might not be. You never know. You'll have to.
You'll have to find that out. But so
spoilers.
So I do think this is going to be unanimous of why Yellow would return besides the other one. So I rated it really high because Yellow is not really a part of the meta as much, and if anything can bring Yellow back, it's going to be these 2 cards from the set. So that's why I have them rated up higher, because I figured there's plenty of Yellow players that want to play One Piece. So what do you guys have to say about them?
I'm a little sad that this doesn't have some trigger attached to it. I don't care how terrible it is, because if you could play this in the Yellow Bonnie deck, boy, that would be sick. 8/8 rush, also give leader 2 rested Dawn. So it's 8/8. If you have 2 or less life, it gains rush, and opponent's turn on KO, you gain a life. It's just like such a great pressure card in the yellow decks. I think it's going to be, I mean, to me, it's best in Enel right now, but there's some other odd spots you could play it here or there. Maybe there's an aggro Koala deck that would want this or something like that. But
it's a cheeky Calgara deck. Use this alongside your leader effect. Leave it on for Elthol.
For sure. Yeah, because the Calgara deck has been good, but I haven't often really wanted to play the 10-drop Enel in Calgara. even though it sounds nice in theory, not having Dawn up has felt really awkward. So I think you're right that this could slot in there too as like an aggressive finisher.
Yeah, I think it's just a really solid yellow card. Yellow is in kind of a weird spot where it had so good top end from like 9 and 10 Dawn, so there's so many different options, but at 8 Dawn it was basically just Katakuri for like the longest time. I think this card will very much rival deck space for airdrop Katakuri. Like it's obviously a much more aggressive play than airdrop Katakuri is, but it's really, really good. Having a giant 8k swing is also extremely nice. Even in like Snake Man, 8k is nothing to stick your nose about. Like it's really good, really, really solid card.
Yeah. I think this card is also a little bit of a seed for future sets because they did mention that OP14 is going to be seven Warlord themed. So I think there's a high chance we will get a yellow Doflamingo leader or something like that in the future. So this is one of my specs for the future, I think.
Yeah. Surprised it's only a rare, to be honest with you. Like,
I'm definitely going to be bringing an L back with this card for sure.
Oh, yeah. I'll play Caldara against you with it.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think it's like high on all of our lists too because of like how good this card is like against Zoro. This is a really good anti-Zoro card because they don't want to kill this, and it also like helps you threaten to keep the race going if they just keep sticking face. So
yeah, the 8k is massive.
Mm-hmm.
Outrange a Mulgun. They need to do something else alongside it. Like it's just super good. It's what Yellow needed though. Cards like this.
You guys have anything else left to say about it? Move on.
No, moving on to number 5.
So number 5 is Bonnie. So it's a blocker for 5, 6,000 attack. On play, if you have 8 or more rested cards, draw 2, trash 1, and then set 1 as your Dawn as active. Of course, this is probably going to show up in Bonnie. Makes perfect sense. It's flavorful. Bonnie plays Bonnie. What else do you guys have to say about Bonnie in the current?
It's Supernova as well, so like it can get played in all the lore decks. This is just it's gonna get played in like every generic yellow deck. Every generic green deck. Like I think this is just so strong. It's everything that green wanted. Like you wanted something that cycles your cards, and then more and more green decks are putting like events in and things that can use a kind of standing Dawn, and this just helps it even further. Like the fact that it's a blocker, it's 6k, it's literally everything that Bonnie wants. It can get played off airdrop Rosinante, you can do everything. I think it's so good. I think it's so good. It is a secret from the set, which is like really nice that it's not a Luffy for once. That might be my opinion. But I just think it's searchable with so many different things. Like I said, it's a blocker. You can put it in green. Maybe it makes a cut with green, yellow lore. But otherwise, Bonnie's gonna play it. I can maybe see this getting played in like Sorrow. I could see this getting played in so many different things. I just think it's so good, so strong.
They definitely play it in Law. It's become a 4 of in Red Green Smoker. Me and Steven were just looking at some lists as well. Like it's really good there. Obviously, you can play it in Bonnie. It gives you the option of like pivoting your Bonnie deck entirely almost and not playing 8-drop Kid anymore. And rather than relying on 8-drop Kid to stay alive, you just have this blocker and another 8-cost blocker, and then you just spam blockers that way. And the 8 rested cards will probably happen more often than you think. It means it's not that good on 5, but a lot of turns after that, it'll still be good because your leader counts as 1. Right, if you rest 5 Dawn for this and you attack with your leader, that's already 6. So you just need 2 other rested permanents. Sometimes you can just turn one of your searchers sideways and attack leader, even if it means you lose the searcher, right? It's like fine. It gets you an untapped Dawn and draw 2, trash 1. So just remember to count your rested permanents, keep track. It doesn't do it automatically. You do have to work for it a little bit and think about it. But yeah, excellent in Law. Decent in Bonnie. excellent in Smoker, and potentially room for, potentially has room in almost every green deck period.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the way it's worded, I mean, I guess it means you kind of want to be. Like if you put some 5, you would have to have attack with 3 things before you play this if you want to 8 rested cards. So I guess
Yeah.
it's more of a. Is it more of a card you want to play with something else in the same turn, or so is this making like
Often,
green?
yeah.
Is this making green more of an aggro color?
No, I just think it gives it more options. Like even if you just
Yeah.
play this, like it's not the end of the world. Just play this on 5. Like
Yeah, it's a consistency card.
it's like fine. The fact it's got counter as well, so it's not a brick. Draw 2, trash 1 in green is not an effect we've ever had realistically. Like we've had like it can be a samurai, and then there was that Enel that's like breasted characters draw 2, trash 2. This is like the first one we've had where it's like 5 cost blocker, draw 2, trash 1 is
Yeah.
so powerful. We've seen it so many times. We're finally getting green. It has the added effect of getting that Dawn card active. And I don't know if you haven't seen the OP12 meta, so many green decks are running 1 cost events now. This is super relevant. It's not just a Bonnie like leader effect setup. It's like a setup for Paradise Waterfall, for Room, for whatever it is. Like it's such a good effect. It's such a strong effect.
Yeah, I want. Hopefully we start getting more cards in green like this because
Mhm.
purple is usually like either you -1 or 2 Dawn, or it's also if you have 8 or more Dawn, then you get an effect that's powerful. So hopefully we start seeing more green where you have X amount of rested cards to get an extra huge effect. That way they could push green without making it too powerful.
Yeah.
So
It's a nice little skill check and a nice little extra puzzle added to the game that helps make the games feel a little bit more interesting, and you have to think about how you play. But
yeah,
I mean, the thing that there's so many good things that you can combo with this card. Like you were mentioning, Kebby, it's not usually a card that you play by itself, but when you play this and another card, it's really strong. Like Rosinante into this is really good. In the Smoker decks, obviously, they play the 5/7 Smoker, and then they untap all their Dawn, and then they play this as well, right?
Yeah, I
That type
imagine
of stuff.
you also could do a Cavendish on tap 2, play this for 8 total Dawn.
Yep.
Then you untap 1 with Bonnie, and then you're basically setting up with 6,000 attackers next turn.
Yeah. And playing it with Rosinante seems really, really busted, the 8 cost Rosinante. Because then you get like an 8K body in play, you drew 2, you trashed 1. You have a 5/6 blocker that's like immune to removal, and you have a Dawn up to potentially protect the Rosinante or your leader as well. So very nice.
Okay, so moving on to number 4. Should be no surprise, it is Monkey D. Dragon. Actually, I think I had this lower. I had this 5th, I think, in mine. So this definitely got pushed and elevated up. It's a very good card. I had it a little bit lower because it is leader locked.
Yeah.
But still, it's an absolutely crack card. On play, you may put 3 Revolutionary Army type cards on the bottom of your deck in any order, and then if your leader is a Revolutionary Army, you may return 1 character. Doesn't matter. It's not leader locked for that one. 6 or less from your trash. So this can get back a Rebecca, which gets back something else if you really wanted to. But what do you guys say about Monkey D. Dragon?
I mean, it's one of the cards too that I guess like it maybe should be a little bit lower, based off of like how kind of low I ranked Tashigi. But I mean, this is has a little bit more wiggle room, right? You can play it in Sabo and in Koala. But I also just think it's such a good card going forward. Like, this is the Black Revolutionary Army card going forward. If there is a Black Revolutionary Army leader, every single one of them will be built around this card. And because of how juiced this card is, and like there's multiple of these types of effects that are like an 8 cost or a 7 cost that play out another character. But all of those previous characters played characters from your hand, right? This plays a character from your trash. And it's like not quite as busted as Moria, obviously, because Moria wasn't leader locked in any way whatsoever. But you still get the same level of value, right? You get an 8 cost body, and then you get 6 Dawn potentially worth of stuff. And the fact that you can grab anything makes for a lot of different options, right? Like in Koala, you can bring back Kuma, you can bring back Nico Robin, you can bring back like a blocker. In Sabo, there's you can bring back the red Karasu to give their leader -1. You could bring back like a rush Luffy to attack them. And Red Black Sabo is going to be a leader in the future in OP13. And that deck, I assume, will be entirely based around 2 8-cost dragons, where you're just like, here's my 8-cost dragon with Reanimate, here's my 8-cost dragon with Rush. And both of these cards are just going to slam my opponent in the face and kill them. But yeah, I've been playing Koala, and the amount of games I win by just going Nico Robin, Monkey D Dragon, Nico Robin, my opponent has 3 cards in hand now, is so many. It's like most of them.
Yeah, that's honestly everything I wanted to say. Like, it's so good now, it's so good in the future. It is the leader locked Revolutionary Army type, but like, the Koala deck looks insane. Sabo's always been one that's been like a little bit interesting, but never quite had the cards to go with it. Like, this suits that red-black Sabo, the current red-black Sabo, I know we're getting another one, down to an absolute T. Like, it's bringing back stuff that's going to be, of 5,000 power or more. So, like, it can use a leader effect to save this, to save whatever it brings back, whether it's like a Hino is always like really, really OP in that deck. It's like another just super defensive play if you wanted it to be. It's just a little bit of everything, and we've seen in the past 8 drops bring back stuff from trash being pretty good. I don't think it's going to be an exception.
Yeah, I don't have much to say about it. I mean, I think it is just an overly powerful card. I mean, I'm glad they didn't do Dragon wrong. Like, he is the leader of the Revolutionary Army. Sadly, maybe we'll get a Monkey D Dragon leader in the future with Black. Maybe, hopefully, that goes with him as well. But yeah, definitely there's so much value here, and hopefully this is the pattern going forward, because I think even the Navy with Elso from this set, also I think he reanimated a Navy, or was Sword actually. I think he reanimated Sword. So hopefully when they do reanimation going forward, they just continuously leader lock at least what they could be played in. That way they're not overpowered like Gakomoria was. So hopefully that's a norm going forward. You guys got anything else to say before we move on to number 3?
I guess last thing I'll say about this guy is obviously, like, this is like my biggest, or not my biggest, but a big OP13 spec of mine, where I assume like this card is going to be worthless at first, and then once OP13 comes out, everybody's going to realize that, like, oh wait, this card's actually gas. Because they also spoiled another 6-cost black card that this was kind of missing, because like Koala, like the Nico Robin, like you were saying, it can't be played in other Revolutionary Army types. But they just spoiled a 6-cost Sabo that's like a 6/7 blocker as well. So it's just another really nice thing that you can reanimate with this dragon. So you can always have an offensive option of like getting back a rush character or something like that, or you have the defensive option of just getting back a blocker.
But personally, I think right out of the gate, I would imagine you're going to be playing the other dragon first, because I mean, how many of the actual Revolutionary Armies fill up a yard?
Oh, a lot of them.
Okay.
There's 2 Revolutionary Army searches that trash themselves, or that trash rather than add to hand. There's a 1-drop Koala that's look at the top 3. Yeah, there's that one's look at the top 3, trash the rest, take 1, trash the rest. And there's also an event that is look at the top 3, take a revo, trash the rest. So yeah, that one.
Okay.
So those 2 cards combined means your trash is going to be pretty full pretty fast, just by like playing any searcher. Like, this event alone gives you 3 Revolutionary Army cards in your trash usually, because it trashes itself plus 2 other cards. And then all you need to do is put the card that you want to bring back into the graveyard, either by having it die normally or trashing it with counter.
Yeah, we definitely know how good this card is going to be, just based on the fact that, well, the Blackbeard equivalent sees a lot of play. So this definitely, that's going to see a lot of play.
Yeah. putting cards in your trash is just almost always a benefit, not a downside, right? Like anybody that like mills 2 cards and puts them in the trash and is like, oh no, I milled X card. It's like, it doesn't usually matter. Like the cards in your trash will be better there than anywhere else.
Is there any notable characters also in this?
Hack is really good. Hack is the best one. The Fishman guy, Fishman Karate.
The blocker.
Yeah. He's just a nice keep alive type thing, right? Like,
I was thinking more of, is there any other notable Revolutionary Army that also fills up your trash, other than
their blocker Ivankov is a 3/4 blocker, mill 3, but I don't think it's necessary. Your trash fills up just by playing the game.
Yeah.
You just counter out and it fills up your trash.
3 is like not enough to be concerned about. I mean, even Nico Robin on 6 puts card in your trash.
Yeah. You discard 1.
Yeah.
So you have anything else left to say about Dragon?
No. I think I just have bias. I put him a little higher because of my personal bias, because I've been casting it a lot recently, playing OP12. And it feels really good to cast, let me tell you what.
So it gives you that Timmy feeling?
Yes, very much so.
Okay, then I'm gonna love this then. Because I always was a Timmy player. So of course, number
the big 3.
3 is of course one of the most strongest cards from the set. It's honestly going to be, I think, your cheap version of Hody Jones if you can't afford Hody Jones. Gets to the point. This is probably going to be a $1 card, probably, I would say, at its peak, maybe, because it's a rare. So main event, you could rest 3 Dawn, and you could tap 2 things down. It includes characters or Dawns, or you can counter with plus 3,000 for leader. So what do you guys got to say about Dead Man's Game?
Really good. Yeah, like I know I've mentioned before with the Jewelry Bonnie, where it leaves a Dawn up. It's perfect for a card like this. You know, it's just we've seen how powerful events can be in the meta with Gum Gum Giant. We just tap a blocker or whatever, and all of a sudden you've got 6 Dawn to play with to go for lethal. The defensive capabilities is also really, really strong. And Destroy Crew, like it's everything you kind of want. Honestly, you can just read the card and you can just kind of say, like, yeah, this is pretty damn good. This is pretty damn good.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, I like green cards and I play a lot of green decks, and I know a lot of people that like casting green cards, but I don't know anyone that looked at the One Piece format right now and was like, you know what this format needs more of? More Hody Jones. There's not enough copies of Hody Jones running around. That's what we really need more of. But Bandai decided that's what we needed. So here we are. Blocking, by the way, that's for noobs. Who blocks? You're supposed to turn cards sideways. Either you attack with them, or I'm going to turn them sideways for you and then kill you.
Yeah, I think they've really nailed so many of these events with like the active main, rest X amount, and then counter, give your leader 1k. And they've kind of continued that with, they've all been very strong. Like, not all of them have seen a lot of play, but green, more than any other color, has ways of getting Dawn active at the end of your turn. So this is even a color with more flexibility about what you can kind of include in your deck event-wise. Also really good in Junebit.
True.
Shout out, you know?
Yeah, for all those fish fam out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just super solid.
Does this bring back starter deck Kid?
Starter deck Kid? Oh, I don't know about that.
I think
we're a little past starter deck Kid, and
there's a green leader in this set that might be a little bit better than starter deck.
I want a cereal with starter deck Kid, so I like that deck, but I don't think anything can bring that deck back. It's just a different time, you know. It was a different time.
I was just joking because I recorded that video not long ago.
Yeah, no, I'm
it's
funny, but like, it's just like everybody hates this type of card, but I love this type of card, right? Like, I want this type of card to exist the same way I think that they should never ban pudding, just because games need to end. Games need to end. We can't have cards that just drag the game on forever and ever and ever and ever. And, that's what putting in this type of card do. You don't want to just have people walling behind 5 blockers and then the game never ends. Or, having 10 cards in their hand and then all of a sudden they just counter out of everything you do forever. And so having these cards that help make sure games end in a timely fashion, I'm actually okay with. I'm making jokes about how nobody asked for more of this, but I am still glad that it exists.
So we get
honestly, the one thing I will say is I'm actually low-key disappointed it's another green card with this effect. Like, I would have loved this to be in a different color to give different colors more options against if Gungam Giant remains in the meta, or where a bunch of these decks that are leaving Donut remain in the meta, you have to then basically shift into green. Like, I would have loved this to be like maybe it's like a red card or even like a yellow card or something. I don't know. Just more colors having access to this kind of effect makes metas like this not happen as frequently, where there's a very clear answer to some cards, but not all colors have access to it. But it's so good. It's so good.
That is an interesting point, because I did bring up one time in VVV's live stream. So what if, like in Magic, they come up with a colorless color, so that way they print effects like that they want across all colors? Would that be too busted? Like, would they print this for 2 Dawn? It was colorless. They could put this in any color leader. Would that be too cracked?
Colorless is just so dangerous because, like, the whole point of colors is the idea of a color pie, so that no color has access to all of the effects of the game, to make decks feel unique and to give different counterplay between different effects, right? And colorless cards are just dangerous because they're permanently on that razor tip of either being not good enough and therefore no one plays them, or just good enough and therefore everybody plays them, right? Like every single deck, period. So
True.
I'm kind of against colorless cards, I think. But
yeah, the only way I would see it would be if, like, okay, if there was a card.
What I think they should do is I think they should just add more cards to the, I like the idea of not only having a ban list, but having an evergreen list, right? Like, they announced that there will be an evergreen list of some kind, and the first cards going on the evergreen list are all mangas. So I hope they'll announce more cards that will eventually be evergreen of some kind. Like, my first vote is every single zero cost event should be evergreen. That's just genuinely what I believe. They have 6 zero cost events, and they should just always be legal in every format ever, because I think it's just good for deck building.
Oh, so an example, I believe recently there was a full cycle of cards, I believe, that were the white border 2-drop events, I believe.
Yeah. The top 4 searcher something at
yes. Literally, if they had a colorless card, you could have it to where there's only one of those, because each of them basically was identical. Why you didn't need to print it for that would be a scenario where I think colorless could be a good thing. So if you had one card, that can cover all those cards, instead of printing in the same card across every single color, like that. That's niche situations, but
that's an interesting idea. Yeah, I hear you.
So you guys, anything else to say about Dead Man's Game? I mean, the card does speak for itself.
No. You will lose to this card 100%. Like, you're going to get ready.
Play around.
Same way you lose to Hody Jones.
Yeah.
All right, so the next card, we're going to hand it off to Steven after I go over the card. We have Mihawk, blocker 8,000 attack. On play, you may set up to 4 of your Dawn cards as active. And then if you cannot play character cards with base power, cost 7 or more during this turn after you cast it. What do you guys say about this, Steven?
Kinda nuts. It's a slash character. So it's searchable from the Piranha Searcher and the Hiyori Searcher and Zorro. It's going to be one of those cards where if you're building literally any green deck ever, is this card going to be in it? It's going to be that level of Gecko Moria of, I'm building a black deck, can I put Gecko Moria in this? If you're building any green deck, can you put this Dracul Mihawk in? I've seen so many Smoker lists run this, and this card in Smoker is 2 Dawn 8k blocker. Like, Yeah, that's fair and fun and balanced. They put full Paradise Waterfall in. You block with this, your Paradise Waterfall. You got another 8K blocker ready to go. Like it's it's actually just it's such an insane card. And I have noticed it's Seven Warlords of the Sea, which is really spooky for the for the Seven Warlords set if this gets more support because this card already is really taking over the green color. Like I think every deck will be looking to play this for the Bonnie, Smoker, set starter deck kid, like
Yeah.
whatever it is, like this card is crazy strong. It's just
Yeah.
it's gonna kick airdrop kid out. Like that's not even a hot take. Like I think this literally kicks airdrop kid out of like Bonnie and stuff. Like it's so powerful.
Yeah, I was making jokes before we started with the podcast where I was like, people are complaining about this card, but I for one welcome our new green overlords, where it's just like one of the things that just is true, right? Like out of the top 10, I think 4 of them are green cards, right? So
Yep.
it's like, and several of the green cards didn't even make it on the list. There's like more that are good, right? There's the Koshiro as a blocker. That's like another Rosinante, but for slash characters. So I mean, like Steven said, I just can't imagine a green deck that would not want to play this card. You'd have to be the most aggressive green deck in existence. And even then, it's like, even an aggro green deck would be like, okay, I'll play this blocker and then I have 4 more Dawn to attack with. Sounds good to me, right? So it's like, it blocks on defense, it attacks on offense, it lets you play 2 things in a turn, it's not leader locked, it's not a 10 drop. Yeah, I don't
What
know.
can't it do?
Huh?
Like what can't it do? Like it's just everything.
The only
guess.
bad thing about it right now is it's typing, but if we get a green 7 Warlords of the Sea Searcher, like it's over. But it's slash, so it's searchable with Perona, right? Like,
And the is it Hiyori?
yeah, the Hiyori as well. That's Zoro locked, yeah.
Yeah, like it's crazy. It's such a good card. I mean, even worst case scenario in the 10 you play it, you're paying 4 down for an 8K blocker, then you just put the other 4 down your leader and swing or whatever. Like it's so good. It's just so good. And again, that typing now that because Dan Halfgrade reminded me of the Seven Warlord set that's coming out, like it might get better. Like unironically, this might get more support. It might only get better, and it's already taking over green decks.
Yeah. Man,
Similar to
imagine if they
how
had a Mihawk leader. That sounds hype.
yeah.
Green Mihawk leader? That sounds sick.
It just reminds me of the Purple Katakuri.
Yeah.
Like,
What-
and again, the fact that a bunch of these green decks are running Paradise Waterfall, like even talked about Spiderweb coming back in there. Like, you can just block with this Paradise Waterfall, give your leader 2K, make this active again. You got another free block, and it's insane, insanely good.
So speaking about typing, what's with the set having Muggy Kingdom?
It's just the name of the island that he lives on.
Okay.
I don't know if that's the 100% the like correct English translation.
Yeah.
But it's that like terrible dark island that he lives on and where he trains Zoro. I think it's on another 1 or 2 Mihawk cards as well as a type. And I think like Ren.
It's on one Piranha card as well, I think.
Yeah, the one we talked about earlier.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was
it's
just-
on like the random baboons or whatever.
I was just curious because I was like, why isn't he a cross guild?
Oh yeah, this is technically before he joins Cross Guild.
Okay.
Because it's funny. I'm like getting to this point in the story right now because I've been rereading One Piece. But technically, story wise, the 7 Warlords of the Sea eventually get disbanded, and that's why he joins and helps create Cross Guild with Crocodile. So this is while he was still a 7 Warlord before it got disbanded.
This must have been when he was training Zoro.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. So what I would hope for the leaders going forward, like in that set, hopefully they make a green-blue Mihawk, yellow, blue, blue,
Yellow, purple, Doflamingo, probably.
Doflamingo. Pick the 2 colors that the 7 Warlord mainly shows up in. That would be kind of sweet. Because I mean, there's a lot of blue Mihawks, there's a lot of green Mihawks, so it makes sense that he would be green blue as a leader type. That's just me. Hopefully, that's what they do. That way, you could play a all tribal Mihawk list and just be that guy.
Yeah. There's a lot of cool things they could do with the 7 warlords for sure, right? Because there's a decent amount of them. There's more than 7 because some people left and some people joined throughout the show. But we'll have to see. It's pretty far away. You know, we still need to look at OP13 cards, so let's not get too carried away.
True. All right, so you guys ready for number 1?
The big guy himself.
Nobody would be able to guess this. Like, give me a big surprise.
Yeah.
All right, so Kuma, 7,000 attack on play. You may trash 1 card from your hand, add up to 1 card from the top of your deck. 2 your life cards, and this character gets 2+ cost to your next opponent's end phase. On the opponent's turn, on KO, add up to 1 card from the top of your deck to the top of your life cards. So let's be honest here. This is probably the best card printed since Gum Gum Giant.
I mean, it's not quite the same as Gum Gum Giant, but it is kind of a ridiculous card. I mean, the difference between 6 cost and 1 cost is like very, very huge. But it is kind of crazy that we just talked about the Mihawk and how insanely busted that card is. And there's still a card in this set that's better than the Mihawk, right? Like, I think comparing it to Mihawk is pretty close. What's like, I can't even think of a card that you could compare this card to in terms of just like, it's just such a bundle of like raw card advantage and stats. And it's like, why does this thing have 1K counter? I don't understand.
Yep.
How does it also have 1K counter?
It's just bonkers. You could have stopped reading after the on play. Like,
right?
That's probably still the best card in the set. The fact that it also gets the on KO of gaining a life is just absolutely wild. Like, it's an 8K it's an 8 cost that's in it. You play it. It's just it's just mind blowing. It is absolutely mind blowing how good this card is. And I know that Halfbreed touched on it earlier. But like in Koala, bringing this back, you can get on play again with Dragon. Like, it's a 6 cost Revolutionary Army type. Yeah. It's just it's crazy. It's crazy how good this card is. Not be leader locked as well, I think is a mistake. I will say that. I think the Mihawk not being leader locked was a bold decision. This not being leader locked to like a Revolutionary Army or something is crazy to me. 6 done, gain a life is so scary. Like that is that like I know I touched on it earlier with the Calgara deck with the Noland. Like that effect for like 5 Dawn, but no, it's never really just 5 Dawn in that deck. You're getting at least 1 life for 6 Dawn. Like it's so strong, and then being on the 7K body as well. Like it could even just be 6K. Like the Nico Robin of on play trash one of their lives if they're on 3 or more life. That's a 6 Dawn 6K. They could have like it's just everything. Everything is just overtuned on this card. I feel. Like choose one of these effects. Like you can't have them all. You need to choose one. Either the on play, the gain 2, gain a life, or the on KO. Like why does that have all 3? It's wild to me.
So,
yeah.
The thing I would want to say about this is a lot of people are asking for Charlotte Linland to eat a ban. The 9-drop Linland. Why? This card is that on steroids, right? It comes down 3 turns earlier. It has a 1K counter, so it's not a
I mean, it's a different color, right? We're all used to yellow having life gain effects. It's just like purple having life gain effects is what I think some people feel like breaks the color pie a little bit or whatever. But still, yeah, it does feel kind of silly to ban a card like 9 Mom when I will say until my dying breath, 9 Mom isn't even that good of a card. It's fine. But the only deck that ever really played 9 Mom before Blue Purple Luffy was Mono Purple Luffy. And outside of that, it didn't see almost any play whatsoever, right? And yeah, if you just compare those 2 cards on like power level, like raw by itself, yeah, this card's way better, right? Like it's cheaper, it has a similar effect, attacks sooner, it has the on KO effect as well. I mean, the typings on it are kind of crazy to me too. It's kind of wild where like I guess it makes sense that it's a Revolutionary Army card because Koala is the leader, but yeah, it's just in every yellow deck now. It's like even Bello Betty is sometimes playing 4 copies of this card, and that's just like that deck's supposed to be turbo aggro. What do they care about gaining a life? But like it's just the stats are just good enough that you want to play it in everything, every single yellow deck ever for the rest of existence. It's kind of crazy.
I think you hit the nail on the head. Like, if you're, I know that I said it with Mihawk, but it goes a level beyond that. Like, if you are ever building literally any yellow deck, I think this is going to be in contention to be in there, regardless of literally everything. Like, I could see this in like Vegapunk. Like, that's how versatile and how strong it is. Like that,
easy.
Like, it's insane. Like, no matter what the archetype is, Bella Betty, like it just doesn't matter. Like this, it's at minimum, you can put 2 copies of this in every deck and be like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So,
There's some decks that like don't want 8 drops in their deck, right? There's some green decks or like a green purple deck or whatever where you don't really want 8 drops. Like even the green purple Luffy. Obviously that leader needs all straw hat cards, but like there are decks where you're like, this is a good 8 drop, but I'm not really about 8 drops in my deck. I'm dumping my hand on 4 or 5 Dawn turn, doing combo stuff and then killing them. But there's just no combo or value or aggro or mid-range or control deck where you can't take a turn off to play a 6/7 that gains you a life, right? Like the difference between 6 and 8 is also just way bigger than you might think, where it's just like you can get this down at a point in the game where there's just no downside. You just don't get punished, because like, I skipped the turn of doing my game plan, but like you gained a life, so you didn't really skip a turn because your life total hasn't changed. You still can go about the following turn doing all the stuff that you wanted to do. It's almost like it like filters your hand, but even better because it discards a card you don't need and potentially gains you a life of a card that you might actually need. And they don't want to attack into it, so then you're trying to race this card. And then you can't Raging Tiger it the turn that they play it because it's an 8 cost on play. You need to wait for it to attack first before you can actually get rid of it.
So, does that mean this card now pushes Colgera to being the top deck? Because you know what? Because the only matches I lost playing Colgera when I just recently recorded it was against aggro. Like I miscalculated how many life I could take by using the effect. Now, if I actually could add 1 back like this, maybe this actually makes that slightly where it makes your place a little. It reduces the drawback of Colgera's effect by taking a life, so putting stuff back. I don't know. This is the
cheapest gain life effect they've printed since Kiku Nojo too, right? And like Kiku Nojo is optional. That only happens sometimes. Both. They need to be at a certain life and it needs to be KO'd, right? So, like this always gains you a life if you want it to. Always, every time, guaranteed.
Yeah. And sometimes it gains you 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it has Kikinokujo's ability as the KO effect already, so.
With no restrictions. It's just if it gets KO'd, period. Doesn't care how much life your opponent has or what. It's wild.
But
like the +2 cost randomly is so crazy as well. Just, okay, I'm guaranteed to get to attack with this 6/7 I just played because there's no removal spell you could play to kill it on 7 Dawn that kills at 8 cost. Even if you do, I potentially just gain another life. It would have to be a blue one.
I don't know. I'm always lost for words when I see this. When I first saw it, I was like, that's just gonna be fake. Like, unironically what I thought when I first saw this card. I was like, there's no way that like translation's correct or whatever. Like, it's wild. It is, I think, hands down gonna be the best card of the set. I'm kind of glad it is for yellow. Like, it's probably a color that might be the worst. I mean, technically Bello Betty's yellow, but like, not really, guys. Like, come on.
More red.
Yeah. So I'm kind of glad it's got a little bit of love. It's been very much the set of, I think, yellow and green, of pulling a bunch of cards into colors that have not been very well represented for a long time. But this card is This card's right up there with ban list before it even came out. You know, like
Yeah.
it does a lot. It does a lot.
Yeah. So keep
It's
in mind,
tough to ban it because it never feels like it wins the game by itself or whatever, but it is just like this giant roadblock in terms of actually getting your opponent dead. And yeah, I'm sad that this is a secret rare because this might be the next Mr. 2 or whatever, right? Where like everybody's trying to get their hands on 4 copies of this card. So just pray that you can buy this card for less than like $60 or $75 a pop.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I really want to get 4 copies, but I don't want to have to pay $60 for them. But we'll see, man. I mean, OP12 might be the return of me actually going to locals because I need to win some packs, man. Like I need to actually open packs. You can't just buy singles of this set. There's like too much value inside every pack, too much chance of getting a card that actually is seriously constructed playable. And it's the first box set in forever where you actually feel happy about opening a secret rare, right? Like so many other sets, the secret rares feel like duds where you're like, wow, I got this shitty secret rare instead of an alternate art. Like, no, when you crack these boxes, you're like, come on, Kuma box. Like, come on, give daddy a Kuma, you know? Like,
same with Bonnie. Like the fact that both secrets are just generically good for their colors, and they're you know, extremely powerful cards. But Kuma obviously is going to be next level. The ult is probably going to be up there with one of the most expensive cards in the set, most definitely. Yeah, and the SPs are amazing. I think they've nailed the SPs again.
you like the neon black ones?
Yeah, I think it's really cool. I think they've done such a good job with a bunch of the alt arts. If you're like kind of interested in that kind of thing, for the last like 2 or 3 sets, honestly, and they've definitely kept it up with this one. But again, the power level of this set is absolutely night and day. I think compared to honestly, like the last 2 or 3 sets have been pretty sad to open. Hopefully, it'll change this with this one, but we'll see how much it's going to cost. It's going to be expensive though.
Yeah. And then after this is the Gold Roger set. There's no way that one's not going to go nuclear.
Yeah.
The ramp in that set's pretty good. So my statement earlier was more about this is probably the best card printed sets in OP 10, 11, and 12 combined. That was more my comment because Gum Gum Giant came out in 2009. So I think since the 3 since I think this is probably the best card printed.
Yeah.
It could be.
Individually, yeah.
Yeah, if you
I mean,
the
Gum Gum Giant was also a card where you just read it and you're like, what? Excuse me? How does this make sense? This has to be a misprint, right? Like, they fucked this up somewhere. And this also is, like, close to that, where you read this and you're like, are you sure? Like, are you sure you want to print this? Like, are you sure?
Like, you could have literally stopped after add up to 1 card from the top of your deck to your life cards. It doesn't need the rest of the text.
Yeah.
Like, it's and then yeah, like it's
also plus 1K counter just never stops to blow me away. Like the plus 1K counter on this text is so crazy.
The only thing sad
it's not even a dead card in your hand. You can just plus 1 it whenever you want.
The only thing sad about it is there's no trigger.
Yeah, I mean, if it had a trigger, it would be nutty, dude.
Yeah, imagine Bonnie playing this. Oh, now this has a trigger? Bonnie?
Yeah.
Oh.
Gain a life and attack you for 7.
How dumb it is, this probably makes a Bonnie list.
I mean, 100%.
Yeah. Like, it's not even...
You can't not play it. That's the thing. It's just like, you play it in Vegapunk, you play it in Bello Betty, you play it in Enel, you play it in Koala, you play it in Nico Robin, you play it everywhere.
Black Yellow Lin.
Yeah. Now we're just name every single yellow leader and you're like, yeah, I'll play it. Sure.
So the real question is, does this make purple yellow pudding good now?
I mean, does it make it good? No. Can you play it in the deck? Yes. I mean, I like the purple yellow pudding deck that you put together. That's much more focused on just playing the 8 drops and isn't all in on the 10 drops. Because I think the 10 drops feel like a trap most of the time. But
yeah, the deck
there might be something there trying to aggro out a million 8 drops.
Categories, baby. The Katakuri deck. There's like
Yeah.
20 Katakuris.
It's actually going to be pretty sad once yellow Katakuri rotates. That card has been actually very good in yellow for a very long time.
Well, maybe they'll print one, the exact same card, but 6-drop with 1K counter.
Yeah. We'll see.
I mean, they printed this. Why not amp it up?
Yeah. That's going to be our argument for a while. It's just like, oh, they'll never print that. It's too broken. It's like, well, they made Kuma, man. You never know what they'll do.
Like counter argument, 4 mana, 7/7. You know.
Yeah, right.
It's.
I don't know. I think a 4 Dawn 7K vanilla wouldn't even be that crazy.
No, it's just a Hearthstone meme.
Is it? What card was that?
It was a shaman card like a long time ago.
Oh yes, okay, yeah, I remember.
But yeah, I think that just about wraps up the top 10. I
Yes.
think.
Yeah.
So
If there's any cards that you guys think we've missed, definitely just comment them below. We'll